Hello everybody, welcome back to Casual Game Roz as we now move into round 13 of F1 2017 Season 7 Career Mode. We're in Monza, we're driving for Ferrari, no words need to be spoken more so than me pressing this button. Here we go. The dream of every Ferrari fan right now, driving a red car around this magnificent circuit. And after our two previous races in which we threw away guaranteed victories on the last lap, it's time to make amends, and it's time to get pole position here for the very first time in a long time. It will be the first time here at all on F1 2017 we've gotten pole in Monza, so we should do this. I don't see any reason why we don't, considering we've gotten poles in lesser circuits than this that we're not as good at, and we should really romp here. And I would really like to see the Toro Rossos up highly, given how much we developed the shit out of those cars in the 6 seasons we were with it, with the engine. But as I was saying in the previous round in Belgium, that's not going to be the case, sadly. But it will be the case here that we were going to romp away to our own pole position here. And hopefully not have any dramas in the race, because we don't want to be dumb bums like we were in the last 2 Grand Prix. Through a Scuderia. Whoa, the car feels really good through there compared to how the Toro Rosso used to feel. But still, cruising ourselves here to another pole position. As long as we don't throw it away in the Parabolica, which we're not going to. And this is definitely earmarked for a victory in a pole position this time around. We know it. We cross it. We get pole. Jeff never says anything when I get pole anymore. He goes quiet. Considering it's been pole every single Grand Prix this year except for 3 races. That was to be expected. And sadly our teammate back in 4th. Sadly for Ferrari, I guess, but good for us in terms of the championship. And look at that, Williams up into 5th there, Force India 6th, Red Bull 7th and 9th. How did the Toro Rossos go with that engine? Well, apparently 15th and 16th. That is absolutely bullshit. Anyway, let's move into the race 8. And we're going to do that now. Of course, we won here last season, and we've actually won the last 2 Italian Grand Prix. So this is would be our first triple, would it not be? I think it would be the very first time we would ever have won 3 in a row of 1 Grand Prix. It would be. So keep an eye out for this, as we obviously hope to go ahead with this result. Alrighty. Should get it back there in our rivalry. Awesome. Awesome. We shouldn't be that far away from getting promoted, I feel, to first driver at Ferrari, which will be nice. Alrighty, here we go. We should have won the last 2 Grand Prix, gotten 2nd in the last 2 Grand Prix. In the last 6 races, we have gone in 1st or 2nd. And in every single Grand Prix this year, with the exception of 3 races, we have been in the top 2. Every single Grand Prix, with the exception of 2 races this year, we have been on the podium. So that's been our dominance this year. But we want to improve that. We're going to try a race. It's good. Alrighty, folks. Let's do this, Italy. It's always a tricky first corner here, particularly being on the outside. We're going to keep it in rich mode just in the first corner, given that we know we're no doubt going to be passed here, and we will be passed here by both the Mercedes. Whoa, no, 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 damn it. I zigged when I should have zagged. Oh no, and I'm going to get a penalty for it. Worst possible start, worst possible start. Front wing damage as well as a penalty. Not good at all, not good at all. Alright. We need to somehow find our way in front of Lewis Hamilton, and we need to pull away by more than 2 seconds. We've won a few Grand Prix this year, of course, with penalties that we've managed to streak away, which I think once we get past Hamilton we can do, even with the damaged front wing, just because this isn't obviously the most important circuit for the front wing. But yeah, that is not good. I would argue that we've done worse things than that and not gotten penalties in terms of collisions, but alright. We've got to switch focus here, as we're getting a bit ragged in terms of where we're at. Good news is that Vettel is down in 5th, so championship-wise, but right now with our penalty, that's not going to amount to much. don't know if we will be able to pull away from 2 seconds, even if we get ahead of Hamilton here. We're not really gaining on him that well, and we're going to run ourselves right at the Parabolica, which is going to give Bottas a bit of time to catch up on us. And we don't have exactly the fuel in reserve to run in rich mode for too much longer. So I feel as though we're going to have our first non-podium finish here in terms of points for Season 7 here on F1 2017. And of course, what worse possible race to do it than Italy? A race that we've all but earmarked the victory, and a race that we've all but want to win because of the connection, obviously, the home race for Ferrari. We're still within a shot here, folks. We have to get ahead of Hamilton, and we have to get ahead of him soon. Otherwise, there is no chance in hell that we are going to be being able to challenge for this. It wouldn't be as bad if we didn't have the penalty over our head, but we do have the penalty over our head. Worst case, we can push for second, because we are pulling away from Bottas, it does seem. But hold on through here in Ascari and take this one a little bit better than we took last time around, which we're just going to struggle. We just can't go full speed through it just with the front wing. We are catching Lewis. Just have to take Parabolica a little bit better than we did last time, which we're going to. Just still hard to go full throttle there without losing the front of the car. And we'll get DRS. We do set a fastest lap. And we now move 9.9 of a second ahead of Bottas. Not the 2 seconds that we need, of course. Whoa, oh no, shit! Oh my goodness. And our streak comes to an end. Our non-retirement streak, we've completely been that. Holy crap on a stick. I just outbraked myself into the back of him, and that is terrible. That is it. I'm speechless. I have to put a little dash on my book. I haven't done that in such a long time. There's our first proper look at our helmets. It's not too bad. Oh my god. Wow. For the first time since Mexico Season 3, we retire.
And Mercedes have pulled off a great victory here today.
Once again, it all comes down to that first corner.
And here are our podium drivers today after that excellent race. And
yep.
After this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers'
I'm lost for words.
The lead at the top has come down after a poor result
and we're equal on points now. Moving forward. Alrighty. Well, yep, blah blah blah. Let's maybe Marcus Ericsson. Yeah, I don't know what to say. We've 3 races we've been now in a row, and our first retirement in a very long time, and just when we look like we're getting a nice rhythm moving forward in terms of becoming #1 driver at Ferrari, we're going to lose that. And currently we find ourselves in a bit of a pickle, having thrown a bunch of wins away that were quite easy. Hamilton will take a big lead over us there, a huge lead. We take a huge reputation jump, not that we really care. And, yeah, we're not going to do that, of course. We're off to Singapore next, and things could get worse for us because, yeah, we know how Singapore can sometimes go. Like, subscribe, comment, and I guess we'll speak to you at in Singapore. Good night.